Good day to everyone. Good day po, Sir JM. And this is the presentation of Team Typhoon Analysts. Integration of global plans for a better typhoon disaster response. That's our idea, our goal. Our title is EDA to Typhoon Mitigation and Response Framework, or TMRF. This project is presented by the Team Typhoon Analysts consisting of Gabriel Alvaro, John Palis, Christine Joy Alangilan, and Marian Guerra.
This project addresses three sustainable development goals, which are Goal 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, Goal 13, Climate Action, and Goal 15, Life on Land.
Did you know approximately 20 tropical cyclones pass through the Philippine area of responsibility per year? The Philippines is prone to typhoons since it is located just above the equator and faces the western Pacific, with a little else to absorb the energy of storms before they hit land. Storms are fueled by the warm tropical waters, which produce roughly 20 typhoons each year.
The primary issue addressed by this project is the lack of a mitigation and response framework among the cities and municipalities located throughout the Philippines archipelago.
From the, gra- from the graph shown on the slide, Typhoon Tisoy had a 68,104, which is the highest, while Typhoon Ursula has the second highest number with 60,483 housing damage. So why did this happen? According to a survey from Harvard Humanitarian Initiative, 36% of respondents felt completely prepared for disasters, while 33% report being moderately prepared. The other third of respondents reported to be just minimally or not at all prepared for natural disasters such as typhoons, earthquake, floods, and landslide.
From the graph above, it can be concluded that most of the municipalities who were greatly affected by the Typhoon Tisoy is from Camarines Sur, Bicol region. These municipalities include San Jose, Sipocol, Sinuma, and Tigaon. According to humanitarian country team, 27% of the Bicol's population lives below the poverty line, and its primary economic activities include fishing and farming. Prior to Typhoon Tisoy, there were significant trees among the affected population, notably among low-income households dwelling in high-risk regions and in buildings built of lightweight materials.
This graph shows the top 5 provinces that had the highest number of affected individuals. As you can see on the graph, provinces later tops the list with 772,162 affected individuals. What do these provinces lack in terms of disaster preparedness, particularly for typhoons? According to the Policy Brief Senate Economic Planning Office, a large proportion of individuals impacted by typhoons are due to the inability of line agencies and LGUs to conduct DRRM responsibilities. Insufficient personnel, lack of technical expertise and comprehension, limited financial resources, lack of technology such as multi-hazard early warning system are among the causes.
These are the top 5 municipalities that are hit by Typhoon Ursula. Most of the data about the most affected municipalities by typhoons from the graph is directed to Leyte because they are weak in data banking and community preparation, which caused the massive number of affected individuals to their province. According to Therese May Aluman, as reported by the Asian Institute, Western Visayas, including Leyte, were severely weak in two important areas, such as data banking and community preparation.
From the displayed graph, the city of Rojas got a number of 168,580 number of affected individuals, which is the highest, followed by Daraga, seat of Kapdologan, seat of Tacloban, Katarman, and Katarman. The ineffective execution of rules and regulation in these municipalities contributed to their severe typhoon damage. According to the 2009 annual report of the Global Facility for Disaster Reduction and Recovery, as stated by Policy Brief Senate Planning Office 2017, several constructions do not comply with the building code and environmental compliance certificates.
Experience is a master teacher even when it is not our own, by Gina Greener. America is significantly more prepared for storms now than it was in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina struck. For the year 2000 to 2021, a total of 146 hurricanes were being recorded that hit the whole American continent. Thus, the Philippine government should examine the methods and structures it employs to further enhance our response to and mitigation of the typhoon.
Because the Caribbean and its corresponding countries, as seen from the graph such as Cuba, is one of the world's most hazard-prone regions. Thus, preparedness is essential. When people think of hurricane preparedness, they usually think of stocking up on food and boarding up windows just before a storm hits. However, as climate change continues to increase the intensity of hurricanes that from each year, hurricane preparedness is now required before hurricane season even begins. They proposed three responses to the region's increasing and severe of hurricane damage. First is revising building codes on a regular basis for each hurricane season. Next is supporting climate smart coastal development. And lastly, building climate proof buildings or improving buildings to withstand hurricanes.
The graph shows the top 5 countries with the highest total number of deaths caused by hurricanes from year 2000 to 2002, where Haiti tops the list with 4,343 deaths. While this graph shows the large gap in total numbers of injured of Haiti caused by hurricanes and tropical storms from other 4 countries from the year 2000 to 2021. Haiti is located in the hurricane belt in Caribbean, thus it is susceptible to powerful storms during hurricane seasons. Deforestation is considered as the biggest factor for these catastrophes that contribute to the intensive flooding during the hurricane season, wiping the land and cause the death of the people.
For the countries with highest total number of affected individuals for the entire 22 years, Cuba ranks top 1 at the list. Despite this high number of affected individuals, Cuba is currently regarded as an example for developing country hurricane risk management according to United Nations 2004. This is because education is an important element of their preparation because readiness, prevention, and response are all covered in the general education curriculum. People are constantly informed and trained to deal with natural risk in schools, universities, and workplaces.
The countries with lowest total number of affected individuals from the year 2000 to 2021 are not frequently hit by hurricanes, sometimes have zero hurricane record in year, just like the graphs shown on this slide. For the countries with the lowest total deaths for the entire 22 years, St. Kitts and Nevis ranks number 1. In their hurricane emergency plan, they have alert, watch, warning, and clear pace. This well-formulated mitigation plan shows success as the countries have zero deaths from the year 2000 to 2021.
So these are the identified problem and solutions. In problems, it includes lacks of knowledge and preparation of people for the typhoon, lacks of communication between lacks of communication and struggles in execution of the evacuation plan, lacks of implementation of disaster related rules, struggles in storing data about the past catastrophes. So these are the solutions. First is including of disaster risk and reduction management to the curriculum of the schools and seminars and trainings for communities. Monitoring and strict implementation of evacuation plan to the affected areas and having clear communication between the local government and residents before, during and after the typhoon. Next in line is providing a revised and clear building codes and rules for the development of houses that can withstand the disasters and are known and convenient to the residents and homeowners. Lastly, providing a secured and systematic database for the data storage about the past catastrophes that can help in formulating plans for the disasters.
And this is our references that was used on this analysis and project. This is the first page and this is the second page. And that's all for the TMRF project. Thank you po for listening.